Hi everyone, this is Professor Rajesh from Cambridge Institute of Technology, Bangalore. In today's session, I'll be discussing about a parameter passing technique. Now, what is parameter passing technique? This is a technique used to pass data from one function to another function is known as parameter passing. Normally, the transfer takes place between the calling function and called function. The parameter passing technique can be achieved in two ways, pass by value and pass by reference. Let us see what is pass by value first. In pass by value, the value of actual parameter from the calling function are copied to the formal parameter of the called function. Now there'll be a separate copy for the calling function and the called function. The called function will work on its own copy, which will not any modification done on the formal arguments or parameter will not be reflected on actual parameter or arguments. This ensures that the original data in the calling function cannot be changed accidentally. So let us see the program for this, how it works. Here, pass by value, in this program, we are trying to swap two numbers. So we have written a function called a swap. Void swap is a function which has got two variables, a and b. These are the arguments or parameters we call it as. The entire thing is called as function declaration ended with semicolon. For this function, we are writing the definition. The definition is written over here, what this function should do. Basically, the function name is swap here, and we are performing a swapping operation we are performing here. Now let's start with the execution of the program. We know that the execution always starts with the main function. Once we start with the execution, we have declared the variable a and b. Now we are entering the two numbers. Now the two values, whatever the user enters the value, that value will be stored in variable a and variable b. For example, I've taken the value a value, I've entered it as 3, and b value I've entered it as 6. Now I'll just print before calling the function. Before calling the function, I will just print the value of a and b. This is happening inside the main function. I'm printing the value of a and b inside the main function. You can observe that the value of a is 3 and the value of b is 6 has been displayed on the monitor screen. Next, I'm going to call the function. Now, when I call the function swap a comma b, now a and b are the actual arguments or actual parameters we call. Whereas when I'm calling this function, this is the called function. This function will be called. From here, the control will be transferred to the called function. In this, again, I've written int a comma b. Now, this a and b are the formal arguments or formal parameter. These are the actual arguments or actual parameter. These are the formal arguments or formal parameter. Any updation done on this a or this a will not be reflected in the calling function. Any updation done on a and b will not be reflected in a and b, because this a and b belongs to the main function, and this a and b belongs to the swap function. This a and b is entirely different than this a and b. So this a will have its own address and b will have its own address, and inside this function, this a will have its own address and b will have its own address. Now when I'm passing the value, for example, I've called the function. Here I've called the function a comma b. When I call the function, I'm passing the value. What is the value I'm passing? 3 and 6 I'm passing. Now 3 will be copied into a and 6 will be copied into b. Now once the copy happens, now what we are doing is we are trying to swap the values. A is copied into, this is how the data gets copied into. Next, when we are executing the body part of this particular function, we have declared the variable t in order to swap the value. What we are trying to do is we are trying to swap. Swap is a process of exchanging the two values. Now I want to store b value into a, that is 6 I want to store it in a, and 3 I want to store it in b inside this function only. Now what happens? T is equals to a. I'm using a statement called as t is equals to a. That is, a value is copied into t. What is a value? 3. 3 is copied into t. Now t is a variable which has got the value 3. Next, a is equals to b I've written. The meaning of this is the value of b. What is the value of b? 6. 6 is copied into a. Now you can see initially the value of a was 3, b value was 6. Now the updated value of a is 6. Next, the last statement tells b is equals to t, means the value of t. What is the value of t? 3. 3 is copied into b. Now what is the value of b? B value is 3. Now you can see when I execute, after executing this 3 lines, I found that a value has been updated to 6, b value is updated to 3. Now inside the swap function, I'm trying to print, I'm just printing this inside swap function. I'm printing a and b value. Now when I print a and b value, it will be the a and b value. See, the initially when I entered into this loop, when I entered into this function, initial value of a was 3, b value was 6, but after performing all these operations, the a value became 6, b value became 3. So when I print this, it will print 6 and 3. It will be printing a is equal to 6, b is equal to 3. I'm not returning anything to the main function. Once after doing this, I've come to the end of the function. When I come to the end of the function, what happens? I will come back to the calling function. When I come back to the calling function, I will check whether there is any other statement present below the calling function. Yes, we have statement present below the calling function. Again, I'm printing the value of a and b in order to verify whether the a and b value has been changed or not. Now, when I'm printing the value of a and b value will remain 3 and 6 as initial value. A and b value will remain the same, 3 and 6. This shows that the original value a and b, what we have entered as 3 and 6, when we are passing the actual parameter value, does not change. The actual parameter value does not change. The formal parameter value, though the formal parameter value gets changed, the actual parameter value does not change. That is what this program is about, pass by value. So coming to the summary of this program, now a value is copied into this particular variable a, and b value is copied into this particular variable b. After updation, this a and b value gets changed in the function, inside the function. Now when I'm printing the inside the function, we can see the updated value, whereas when I'm printing a and b in the main, the value still remains the same. The value is not altered. The original value what we have entered, the value remains the same, whereas inside the function, the value has been updated or the value has been changed. So changing the value of a and b will not affect the original value. That is what's the meaning of the last point I've discussed in the theory session. Now coming to the next talk, pass by reference. Before going to pass by reference, let us understand what is pointers and why do we require this. Pointers are the variables. Now also we call pointers as a variables, or we call it as a special variables that are used to store the address rather than values. Now normally what variables are used for? Variables are used for storing some values. Each and every variable will have its own address. Now pointers are the special variables we call. These pointers will hold the address of one more variable, that is called as pointers. Now how do we write a pointer? How do we declare a pointer? As int is a pointer data type, star we have to specify star. Now the star specifies it is an integer pointer, int followed by star space ptr. Now this tells ptr is a pointer of the type integer. Again, in detail explain, we'll be seeing about this in module 5. Just understand how do we declare a pointer. The pointer is declared by the data type star space the pointer name. This is one way of declaring the pointer. Now let us take a small sample example program to understand the pointer concept. Ash include std.h is the starting of the program. Void mean where the program starts execution. I've declared a variable. I've declared and initialized a variable. Int a is equals to 100. Now what is the meaning of, as soon as you see int a is equals to 100, what happens? At the value of a, at the location of a, that is a is a variable which has got the value 100, and this variable will have its own address. Each and every variable will have its own address. The address of this variable, I'm taking it as 1002 address. So the value of a is 100 and the address is 1002. This is how the data will be stored in the memory. Now coming to the next line, int of star ptr means I'm trying to declare a pointer of the name ptr. Now ptr is a pointer. Again, pointer will have its own address. There is no value assigned to the pointer. Initially there is no value assigned to the pointer, so I have not written anything. Just int star ptr means ptr is a pointer which has got its own address and the space where it can store something. It can store something. Coming to the next line, you can observe that ptr is equals to ampersand of a. Ampersand here it tells about the address. Ampersand is address. Whose address I'm trying to refer? I'm trying to refer a's address. What is the variable a's? What is the address of variable a? The address of variable a is 1002 is the address of variable a. Now this address is stored in the pointer. Now you can observe that this address is stored inside the pointer. Is stored inside the pointer. Now this PTR is a pointer has got the address 1002. This address belongs to the variable A. Okay, so you have to understand still here, how do we declare the pointer, how do we assign the address to the pointer. Now when I print the value of A, what is the value of A? The value of A is 100, right? Value, I'm talking about value, not about the address. When I print the value of A, it will, in the output screen you can see value of A is equals to 100. It will tell 100. Next, address of A, when I'm printing ampersand of A, when I print ampersand of A, what is the address? 1002. It will print 1002. Address is equal to 1002. Fine. Next, when I print the value of PTR, what is the value present in the PTR? What is the value present in the PTR? The value present in the PTR is address of A. So it will be printing the value present is 1002. So I tell PTR is a pointer which holds the address of another memory location or another variable. Now PTR is a pointer which is holding the address of variable A. Now when I print only PTR, it will print me the address. When I tell ampersand PTR, it will print the address. What it will print? Ampersand PTR, when I tell, it will print the address of this pointer. What is the address of this pointer? We have assumed it to be 2002. Now it will print this. Suppose if I want to print the value, now PTR has got the address this. In this address there is one value. Now what is the address? 1002. 1002 is the address. In this address there is a value 100. Now suppose if I want to print 100 on the monitor screen, how do I print 100 on the monitor screen? That is done with the help of star PTR. Means what is the meaning of star PTR? The meaning of PTR and star PTR, check it out students. PTR means only this value. Value is nothing but the address. That value will be printed. Star PTR means in this address, what value is present, that should be printed. So in this address, star PTR means in this address, what is the value present? 100 is the value present. 100 will be printed on the monitor screen. So you should know the difference between PTR, star PTR. PTR will obtain the value which is present in that particular pointer. Now normally the value will be the address. Star PTR means in that address what is the value present, that particular location will be accessed and that will be printed. So this is about the pointer concept, which will be which cannot, you need not have to write this pointer concept for call by value, call by reference. This is just for your understanding, that's all. Now coming for the second type, parameter passing type. Second type is pass by reference is the second type. Now what is pass by reference? In first type we are passing the value from actual parameter to the formal parameter, right? So calling function is sending some data, that data is copied into the called function parameter. Now we are not passing the value. In pass by reference we are not passing the value. The memory address of the variables are sent to the calling function. I'm not passing any values. I'm passing the address of the variable to the called function. Now the called function works directly on the actual parameter. The called function works directly on the actual parameter. Any changes made by the called function is also reflected on the calling function too. Now let us see the example program for this. The same program, swapping of two numbers with the help by pass by reference. Now coming to pass by reference, a little bit modification. Void swap, we are using two pointers over here. This is called as pointers. Int of star A is a pointer, int of star B is a pointer. Now A is a pointer, B is also a pointer, which is of the type integer. Now for this, swap is a function. For this function we have written the definition part over here, how swap should work. Now coming to the program, we have declared the variable A and B. Enter the two numbers. We will be entering two numbers. For example, I've entered two numbers. I'm just showing the address also for the better understanding. Enter the two numbers. A value is 3, B value is 6 is been entered. As we know, A will have its own address, B also will have its own address. Here the address, assumption address taken is 1000 and 2000. Next, I'm printing the value of A and B. When I print the value of A and B, A value will be 3, A value is 3 and B value is 6. It's been printed. Next, swap function. What observation you have to make here is, when I'm calling a swap function, I'm using, students, this S should be in a lowercase letter. When I'm calling a swap function, rather than passing only A and B, I'm passing address of A and address of B. Okay, I'm passing the address of A and address of B to A and B. Now A is a pointer which is pointing to the address this one. B is a pointer which is pointing to this particular address. So in the previous example you would have seen, right? PTR is equals to ampersand A. Now the meaning of this is A is equals to ampersand A, B is equals to ampersand B. So A is a pointer pointing to this address, B is the pointer pointing to this address, right? I'm not passing the value, I'm just passing the address. Now when I'm passing the address, see, when I'm passing the address will be 1000, 2000. When I'm passing the address, you can observe that A is a pointer pointing to the address 1000, B is a pointer which is pointing to the address 2000. Now in this swap function, what you can observe is T is equals to star of A means I'm accessing the value present in this particular address. What is A address? A address is 1000. Star of A means what? In 1000 address, what is the value? 3. So 3 will be stored in T. I'm repeating it again. Star of A means A is has got some address. What is address? A is a pointer, we know, right? Address is 1000. Star of A means in the 1000 address, what is the value present? 3. Now 3 will be fetched and 3 will be stored in T. Now T variable gets updated with T. Now star of A is equals to star of B means I am accessing both the address of A. So star of B means what? B is 2000. Star of B means what? Star of B means this particular value 6. 6 is accessed. 6 is accessed. The star of B means 6 is accessed. 6 should be stored where? Star of A. Star of A means what? 1000 is the address. Star of 1000. Star of 1000 means 3. 6 should be stored at this particular value. That is 3 will be updated by 6. 3 will be updated by 6 in this statement. No separate copy, only one copy is being kept. We are directly working on this particular variable A and B, right? Now next what happens? Star of B is equals to T. Now what is T value? T value is 3. 3 should be stored at star of B. 3 should be stored at star of B. What is the B address? 2000. Star of B means what? This particular location. Now 3 will be stored in this particular location. Next what happens? We are printing inside main function. Inside main function, I am printing star A, star B. What is star A? What is address of A is 1000 is the address. Star A means at 1000, what is the value present? 6. 6 should be printed. What is star B? B is 2000. At the value 2000, what is the value present? 3. 3 should be printed. So 6 and 3 is printed. Next, after printing this, again I will go back to the call. The called function is done with the task. It will go back to the calling function. In the calling function, the compiler will understand that there is one more line, print a value of A and B. When you are printing the value of A and B, what will be printed is the updated value 6 and 3 will be printed. Whereas in call by value, the value will not be updated. In call by reference, the value will be updated because only one copy of the data will be maintained. A and B is the only one variable. These are the pointers which is pointing to this particular variable. So this is nothing but pass by value or pass by, this is called as pass by reference.